Hi ladies, and welcome to another video with Leslie. Today I'm here to show you just a few projects of cards that I have made over the weekend, and I'm super excited with how they turned out, so I wanted to come show you guys. Okay, so the first one is, I forget the name of this card, the fold, but I had saw a video by Jo Paper Drama, and she had done one similar to this, or with this type of folding, and so I was like, oh, that is just so pretty. So I went and seen where she had gotten the tutorial, and I followed the tutorial, and this is what I came up with, and this is my Shabby Chic Vintage Lady thinking of you girl card. So she had used, I think, a belly band or maybe some ribbon, I'm not quite sure, but I decided to use some seam binding, and I colored it up with the Tattered Rose Distress ink, and I love that color. So that acts as kind of like your little belly band, and so what you do is you just take that off, and then you have your sentiment here that says thinking of you, and then I used an EK Success punch that I had with some swirls on the end here, and this is some of the lace on a roll from Michaels that I got on clearance, and this is Vintage Lady images that I have. So I colored her up with my Distress markers, and then I added up here some Wild Orchid Crafts cherry blossoms and blue roses and some other little roses there, and then some Recollections bling. But the neat thing about this card is that it opens this way, and then it has a gatefold, and then you can put your sentiment or whatever you'd like to write on the inside. And so this is my Cherry Lynn die French pastry die, and I used the pattern paper that matched the collection. The pattern paper that I used is the Prima Nature Garden. So I took a piece of pattern paper and used the die to cut out the die cut here, and this is a if you can see it, it's a like a ledger type paper, which is super cute. So I like that, and then you can write your your message inside the card, and then it just closes back up like that, and then you just put your little belly band back on. So you could use a cardstock belly band, but I wanted to use the seam binding here. I thought it was super cute and matched the vintage shabby chicness of the card. So that's my first card, and I hope you guys like it. And my second card is just a 6x6 card that I have gotten my new Latte Anya stamp from MB Treasurista, and I couldn't wait to color her up and pattern piece her. So I made this one, and it says, "Your kindness warms my heart." And then the paper that I used here is the Prima Madeline collection, which is an older collection, but I still love it nonetheless. And I went with the green and blue and brown theme. I think she turned out really cute the way I paper pieced her up. And then this here it's like a belly band that I had gotten from Michaels in the clearance for it's like for wedding invitations, but I loved the pattern here because it looked like little doilies, so I went ahead and picked those up on clearance and used it here in this project. And gosh, they were super cheap. It was when the Michaels had the 90% off, and you got like 25 of them in the package for, I know it was less than $1, so super good buy on that. And then I added some little I think these are Recollection pearls up here in 2 different colors and sizes, just to add some more dimension to the card. And here I used some light blue bling in the center of each of these. And then I used some Wild Orchid Craft flowers here, and this beautiful turquoise, and then white, and brown, and then this here is like an olive green. So in the inside, I just put this so far. I hadn't really, I was going to put a die cut in here, but I hadn't got that part done yet. So I'll just add, probably a white die cut or a green one inside here with one of my Spellbinders die. But that's my second card, and I really like how she turned out. That one. And then the third card that I made is my Valentine's Day card for my hubby, and I finally got a hold of some of the corrugated cards from Michaels, and so I thought this would go good with the card that I wanted to make for him. And so I used this is the DCWV Tattered Time paper, and because I don't really have a whole lot of manly papers, so I didn't have much choice. But I liked this here paper, and then I used my MFT die here. This is one of the not the labels. Yeah, no, what is it called? Let me check real quick. Fillable frames, that's what that is. It's fillable frame 11 is what I used. This one right here. Okay, and I stamped the sentiment, "My heart is happy," and added a vintage music note heart here that I cut out with my Sizzix die, my Primitive Hearts die. And then I added 2 more down here, and I inked those with tea dye, and then I inked this also with the tea dye Distress ink. Added a fine little ivory ribbon here with this ribbon buckle that I had that says Kisses. I don't know if it will focus, but it does say Kisses, so it's super cute. And then I added these Tim Holtz gears right here. And this one's out of grunge board, plain grunge board, and I just took walnut distress ink around the edges of both. And this one's just chipboard, plain chipboard. So I like how the front turned out. And then on the inside, it just says, I used another sheet of the DCWV Tattered Time that has the gears on it, and this is another sheet in the collection, and it says, "To love and be loved is everything." And then I'll write my little sentiment down here. So it's super simple, but I like how it turned out, and I wanted to share those 3 cards with you guys, because I am really loving cards right now. And I really want to just build up my stock of cards, because I eventually want to try and sell them locally, and I might even start putting some of them in my Zibbet shop. So I know my Zibbet shop has kind of been let go for a while here, just with everything going on and stuff. So hopefully I'll get back into that, or what we are planning to do here real soon is we are planning on opening a candle business, which is going to be called Oh Heavenly Scents, and we're going to be selling the little tart candles that you the tart candles that you can put in your warmers. So we are super excited with doing that. And so I will be up to my ears in making candles here real soon. And we're going to start off with the little tarts, and then eventually go to the votives and the pillar candles and that kind of thing. So if any of you ladies, my subbies, like your candle warmer tarts and stuff, I would sure appreciate any type of business that you could send our way. Everyone loves to have their house smell really good, and I love my candle tart warmers. So I thought this would be something that we could get into as a family. My girls are going to help us with it, and so is my husband, and he's real excited too, to have something to do within the household that we can all do together. So we're really excited about that. I think that's about all that's been going on here. Not too much other stuff, but like I said, I really want to get back into doing my cards, for, like I said, trying to put them in my Zibbet shop and that type of thing. So I hope you ladies have enjoyed the video, and probably here real soon I'm going to be doing my 800 subby video, or not video, I'm going to be doing my 800 subby giveaway, and I think I know there's a lot of challenges going on at this time, but I think I want to do a challenge giveaway also. I just need to come up with the details and the specifics of it. So be on the lookout for that real soon. Hopefully maybe within the next week or so. I'll be getting that together, and to celebrate all my wonderful subbies here. Never in a million years would I thought I'd have over 800 subscribers. I'm super excited with that, and our next big goal is 1,000. So hopefully you guys can help me get to 1,000 by, you know, sharing my channel with all of your subscribers. And that's the only way, you know, a lot of us can get our names out there more, is through the networking of this fabulous YouTube community. So I'm super excited, and I hope you guys will join my challenge and help me spread the word about my channel. So thanks so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great and blessed day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.